Hi, welcome back to the Plant-Based Garden. My name is Ray, and today I'm going to show you how to take a couple different types of leaf cuttings. These leaf cuttings are very nice because every time you take a leaf cutting, usually every instance I've ever taken a leaf cutting, you tend to get more than one plant in the propagation. So that means after the cutting starts to root, it forms multiple little shoots and growing tips of plants that you can then separate and create more than one plant per cutting. So I'm going to start with the African violet. I'm going to take a couple leaf cuttings. One of the things I've already prepped is the container with water that I'm going to put the cuttings into. I find African violet cuttings a little harder to get to sit into a glass, so I put a little bit of saran wrap and a rubber band around this glass that I filled with water. I'm going to poke some holes in it with these pruners, and then I will put the stems through those holes, and that will help the plant root better. So typically when I'm taking a cutting from the African violet, I look for a leaf that is nice and large, that isn't yellowed, isn't wilted. The healthier the leaf, the better the cutting will be. And you take the cutting kind of at the junction of where the leaf meets the stem. I usually try to get as much stem on the cutting as I can. So I will cut, if I can get there, right there. It's okay that I got a little water on the leaf. It's not going to hurt it. And then I take this cutting and I stick it through the hole that I made with the pruner and just make sure the bottom of that cutting is in water. And then I will take multiple leaves and then I'll show you how I arrange them in the cup so that they are kind of a lot more upright. And then I like to kind of put all the leaves together like that so that they kind of hold each other up. And that just allows for more of the stem to stay in the water so that as the cuttings soak up water and the water level goes down, I don't have to refill the glass as often and remove that saran wrap. So those are the African violet cuttings. Like I said, I've had cuttings from African violets that have produced many little plantlets on the bottom of the stems, up to 6 or 7 per cutting. Again, place your cutting in a nice sunny window and try to replace the water on these ones probably at least once a week just to make sure that nothing's growing in the water. Another thing that's good practice to do, not everybody always does it, I don't always do it, but to clean your snippers anytime you're going in between plants. This is for house plants, for outdoor plants, anytime you're pruning, it's good to clean it with any sort of disinfecting wipe so that you don't transfer any bacteria, any disease from a plant to another plant. And also some plants have, when you cut into them, they have like sap inside of them that can be caustic to people or other plants. So removing any residue from your clippers will also keep them clean as well as stop whatever is on them from hurting another plant. So this is the other plant I'm going to take a leaf cutting from. This is a type of Sanseveria or snake plant, also known as mother-in-law's tongue. I'm not sure what the specific variety of this one is, but this is another one that you can take a leaf cutting from. And I'm actually going to cut this whole entire leaf off, and you can actually segment it and get multiple cuttings from one leaf. So I'll show you that. So I'm going to cut it right down here at the base. This piece here will eventually dry up and fall off. There's a you can actually see here where another one was cut and has started to dry off. So one of the key things with Sanseverias is you need, whenever you're taking and cutting, you need to remember the orientation of it. So obviously on this one, I know that I just cut it off here, so I know the orientation is up and down this way. A good way to make sure that the orientation is maintained is to cut the bottom different from the top. So I've got this flat. I'm actually going to give this a diagonal cut so that I know that it goes upright like this. And then I'm going to cut it flat again. And then another diagonal. And you can take, I mean, this doesn't have to be this long. You can take shorter cuttings if you want. And then, so out of that one leaf, I'm going to get 4 cuttings for the extra in the compost bowl. And then one of the things that I like to do when I take Sanseveria cuttings is to actually put a V into the cutting. This allows the cutting to take up more water and possibly, and then form more roots because there's more surface area for the roots to form on. And then also you're able to get more plants out of it. So just take that and then you set it into a glass of nice clean water. Probably don't need as much water as I have in this glass, but I'll dump some out. And then go ahead and do that for the rest of your cuttings. Both of these cuttings take quite a while to form their little plantlets. So be patient. As long as the cutting isn't turning black and it's not rotting, then it's fine. If any of these cuttings, I've had instances with Sanseverias that their cuttings start to rot, and I recommend that you remove those from the water so that that rot doesn't infect all of your other cuttings. And that's it for leaf cuttings for an African violet and a Sanseveria. And we'll come back when these have rooted and formed little plantlets and show you how to pop them on into beautiful plants. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get notifications and know when we post a new video. Thanks.